In this video, I'm going to talk about Power Platform, Power Apps versions and how to keep the latest version of your Power Apps application. Now, before we understand versions for Power Apps, we need to first understand that there are like different release cadence by Microsoft, and there are different channels through which all these updates are published through the uh, uh, Microsoft releases plan. Now, as you see on the screen over here, Power Platform and Customer Engagement apps major releases. So what happens is like Microsoft releases two waves, release wave one and release wave two in a year. So wave one duration is from April to September for a specific year, and for release wave 2 is from October to March. Okay. Now, in that release wave, Microsoft releases the features slowly, one by one. But if you subscribe to an early access, then so take for example for release wave, if it's scheduled from April to September, then you may get an early access from Feb. Okay. Or if your release wave 2 is from October to March, like October 2023 to March 2024, or October 2024 to March 2025, then you get an early access in the month of August for this wave 2. Okay, so you get like a 2 month advance notice for that feature, and then you can explore those feature and then check the suitability for your organization. Now, the general availability will be for wave 1 will be from April to September, and for wave 2 will be from October to March. Okay, so this is how you read this particular uh, visual. Now, from a Canvas app perspective, you can set those in the Power Platform admin setting, which I'm going to show it to you. Power Platform refresh cadence happens uh, in two brackets, basically a frequent and a moderate. Moderate means once a month, frequent means once a week. Now, model-driven app release channel. So this is specifically applicable only to model-driven apps. So this can be set either at a monthly level or at a semi-annual level. Now, monthly means every month you're going to receive some or the other feature update. From a semi-annual perspective, you will receive feature update once in 6 months. Okay. Now, just to override that, you have another release channel for model driven apps specifically for users. Okay. Now, for users, individual users can be configured to receive those release channels either by setting it semi annual or monthly. But then there is another channel which is called as a Microsoft inner channel. So you get the feature much earlier than compared to the monthly version. Okay, so maybe you may get that feature update once a week or so. Now, I know this is a bit confusing, so let me jump directly into the demo and show you what I am talking about over here. So, going to the demo over here, now I'm in Power Platform Admin Center. Now I'm in one of the environment, Girish Dev settings. So if I click over here and if I go to product behavior, okay, then you can see over here it's called as a release channel. It says model driven app release channel. Okay, now you have two options, monthly and semi-annual. Monthly means you will receive update every month. Semi-annual is once in 6 months. If you see the information, it only talks about model driven app. It has nothing to do with Canvas app. Okay, so that's the first point. Now, as I showed you in the diagram over here, this is model driven app release channel. Okay, monthly channel and semi-annual channel. Now, if you go to admin.powerplatform.microsoft.com and if you select any of the environments, so if I select Girish Dev and if I click on detailed view, then if I click on edit over here, you will see a refresh cadence. Okay, now refresh cadence is frequent and moderate. Now, if you go in my diagram over here, it says Power Platform refresh cadence frequent and moderate. Now, remember, this is for Canvas app. Frequent means once a week, moderate means once a month. Now, if I go to the refresh cadence information over here, it says indicate how often you would like to get the Power Platform updates for your environment. Learn more about refresh cadence in create and manage environment in Power Apps Admin Center. Okay, so if I click here, then I'll be taken to this page. Now, in this, they only talk about the Canvas app authoring interface. Okay, so it says you can indicate how often you would prefer an environment to receive updates and feature to certain Power Platform services. Now, service is basically Canvas app authoring. When I say frequent, means you get the update multiple times a month. Moderate means you get access to update and feature at least once a month. Okay, so I'm talking about this one. So frequent is once a week, and moderate is once a month. Uh, Now, this can be multiple times a month. You may not receive. I've seen that you may not receive sometimes every week, but you will receive multiple updates multiple times a month. Now, the refresh cadence does not change when you will receive updates for Power Platform, D365 sales, customer service, and marketing. So just go through this documentation and you will understand what I'm talking about. Now, by default, environments are automatically in the frequent cadence. Okay. So what happens is, what do you mean by frequent cadence? Is like whenever you author a Canvas app, you author in some authoring interface. Okay. But you will see some latest version within that authoring interface as well, which I'm going to demonstrate it now. Okay, so let me show you over here another part. Now, updates. Now, if you see over here, under this environment, I have this update. Now, this update, if I click on manage, it says I am about or yet to receive 2024 release wave 1. Okay, as I mentioned to you in my diagram over here, Microsoft releases two waves every year: release wave 1, release wave 2 for Power Platform. It starts from April to September, and release wave to October to March. Now, if I want that update, I can get it on Feb month as well. Okay, if I get that early access benefits. Now, if I update it, then I may get this 2024 release wave update, and I can update for myself and end users, so that we get all the latest available feature all at once. Now remember, your app need to have a license for it to be installed to get it updated. All updates will happen at once. Once it is updated, you cannot go back. Okay, so that's the call you need to make. Now here, this is one environment. I actually started updating it, and then I will see some changes over here in Girish Prod environment after this environment is updated. Now, every environment, if it has a dataverse, you will see the dataverse version over here. So if the environment is updated, by default, the dataverse version will also get updated. Now here currently it is 9.2.24021.00170, which is same for my other environment. But once I update this, I think this should also update, right? Okay, now there are two apps: model driven app and Canvas app. Now, this is a Canvas app. Now, in Canvas app, I've just opened one Canvas app and I've created some basic screen over here. Now, if I click on settings, then if I see under general, I can see the description and I can see all other information for that specific app. Let's see what's there in display. Now, in display, you will have all other settings, and in upcoming features you will have all the features for that specific interface. Now under support, you will see something called as authoring version. Okay, now I have created this app. I'm on the latest channel. Now it is 3.24021.12. But if I click on edit, you should see a version higher than this. Okay, so if I select here, I can see that there are a couple of versions: 3.24022 and 3.24023, which is higher than the current working version. So if required, I can select that authoring version and I can author my app in that version as well. So what does this indicate is that when I started working on this app, this was the version, but in a couple of weeks time, it has allowed me to select other version as well. So that means the new authoring version will have more added feature, or it might be more stable compared to the previous version. Okay, so this is one area to look into. Then I'm in a model driven app. Now this is a model driven app. This is different than Canvas app. Now here you will not have that support feature. Okay, but there is one more thing over here. For every model driven app, if you just scroll down under general settings, under advanced settings, you will see an app release channel. Now, app release channel, it says defines the release channel for the app, but does not override the user release channel. So I'm going to explain to you what does this mean. It means that this app will follow the app release channel selected. Now it is auto, so basically it depends on your settings, what you have set in the Power Platform Admin Center. But if you select monthly channel, then every month you may receive an update with regards to this particular app release channel. You can either select monthly or semi-annual channel. Now, if you see the diagram over here, release channel for model driven app, model driven app release channel, we have monthly channel and semi-annual channel. Okay. Now you can also set a user specific release channel. Now you can select monthly or semi-annual, but you can say that for an organization, maybe I have selected monthly channel. Okay. So for all the 10 users, let's assume it's all monthly channel, model driven app release channel. But for a specific user, say take for example Alex Wilbur, you can select Microsoft Inner Channel. Now, how you can do that? By navigating to the users. So let me show you how to do that. So it's over here. So if you navigate to your Power Platform Admin Center, go to the specific environment settings and users, and if you say that for Alex Wilbur, I want to override the by default channel, so you can select that user and you can click on change channel. Now, when you click change channel, it says users channel override. Now, this is current model app channel is semi-annual channel, which is by default for this environment. I can override and I can select either monthly or Microsoft Inner Channel. So that means this user is going to receive update much quicker than all other users within your organization. Okay, so that's what I was talking about over here, release channel for model driven app. Now, um, now for every Power Apps Canvas app, so I have a lot of Canvas app created over here. So if I click on any one of the Canvas app and if I go to details, then under details, I will be able to see all the versions published for that specific app. Okay. Now, if you see for this app, this is the live version, version number 1, which is 3.23123.15. But I have updated the app for 3.2401314, but I haven't published it. So that means I can go ahead and publish my app with the recent authoring interface. And then once I'm okay with it, once every bugs are fixed, then I can go ahead and make it live. Okay. So that's what you can do from a Canvas app perspective. But from a model driven app perspective, it is not the same case. Okay, for a model driven app, if you click over here and if you click on details, then under details, you will not see anything related to version. So it is all controlled by the model driven app authoring interface versions. Okay. So that's it, folks. This is all about how the versioning works, how the releases and channels work from a Power Platform. And within Power Platform, you have a different channels for Canvas app and model driven app, and then it's different for all the first party apps as well. Thanks for watching.